Hello everyone and welcome back to the KGoat Gaming channel. Today's video is called The Precipice, and I think it's a very important video to make. I wish this channel had as many subscribers as my other channel because more people would be able to see it and it could cause, at least I think, some really interesting discussion. So if you're new to the channel and are just seeing this video, please share it because this doesn't just cover GTA, it covers pretty much every game out there and it underscores the importance of us as the customer. So, the precipice. What the heck is this precipice of which you speak, KGoat? Well, the precipice is a phrase or a word I've coined to describe the fine line video game companies have to walk to not just earn but to keep a customer base. So for some background, just in case you're not aware, the old gaming economy, the old system, it was set up to simply just sell a physical cartridge or a disc, a physical copy of a game, and that was it. The game was final. The in-package version was the complete version, and what you got, when you got it, when you bought it. That's it. This is how video game companies made their money, just by sheer numbers of copies sold. Somewhere in the late 90s, early 2000s, this started to change though, particularly with first-person competitive shooting games becoming so popular and high-speed internet being more readily available to the average person. What started happening here is that patches to software became a thing. So you could buy a physical copy of a piece of software, and to keep you happy and to keep you interested in buying the next iteration or release of their game, companies would provide downloadable patches that would fix known game bugs and even sometimes offer additional features. As gaming consoles became more heavily dependent on internet-based gaming, this slowly evolved into the 2010s into something that was expected. Regular patches to fix bugs, glitches, exploits, to keep competitive gaming, to keep competition balanced, to keep it competitive and balanced. So with the original system, software companies' main target was to sell as many physical copies as they could. And their next priority was to create something that the user would want to buy again in a year or two when a new version came out. And as this whole internet-based, patch-based system started to take hold, game life began to increase. Sure, games like Madden and NBA 2K and MLB, they still put games out every single year, but what we're seeing for these open world games now, the games that have sort of taken the world by storm during this past decade or so, is that games can be patched and patched with new content and new features added that keep the game fresh for years. As we've seen with GTA 5, this game is like 5 years running, and it's still getting huge updates. It's actually recording record sales, now to this day. So in order to support this, and to milk the customer, somewhere along the line, someone came up with the idea in the video gaming world of microtransactions, which are monetary transactions within the game. So you can buy a game vanilla, and you can actually pay for extra cool stuff. Extra super cool stuff, and sometimes you can actually gain a competitive advantage by doing so. You can even play free games now, and they tantalize you with this in-game purchasable content. It not only provides software companies with a continuous stream of income, but it also provides them with the financial resources to continue adding content and, well, hopefully, more improvements to the game. So what we have here is an extremely competitive video gaming market here in 2018, with so many games that fit so many tastes out there. Every single customer a company can get is unbelievably valuable. But it's not just the attraction of new customers that's as important to the software company as keeping those customers, keeping their player base up, and keeping those players interested enough to continue spending money and giving the company a steady stream of income. So with this vast array of games, amazing games available, the customer can be pretty picky in terms of which games they choose to frequent and which games they choose to spend their valuable money on. And this is where the precipice begins, you guys. So in today's society, there are just so many options for the consumer, so much competition between companies, that a very thin line is created between having an intimate relationship with a customer and never seeing that customer again. As a family, we frequent certain restaurants, and those restaurants become almost like family to us. I remember one restaurant in particular. We spent so much money at that place, you guys. At least twice a week we eat there as a family and or pick up stuff to take home. I mean, honestly, probably thousands of dollars a year were spent at this place. We loved the owner, she loved us, the staff knew us, she and the staff knew our orders. It was just so easy. We were just there to relax and enjoy and have fun. After a few years, she ended up selling the place. Well, within a month or so, we never went back. The food was the exact same recipes, but immediately with the ownership change, we realized that the portions were noticeably smaller. It was really complicated trying to retrain the new staff on our particular specialized orders, and they struggled with understanding that we'd like to add certain things to our food and take certain things out. So one place that had a steady stream of income and a single family lost out on thousands of dollars a year because of a few inconveniences. That's all it took. Why be inconvenienced when we can just go somewhere else? And that's the mentality of gamers. As gamers, we all want a home. A single place or two where we can relax, unwind, enjoy, and have fun. And as gamers who find homes, we're almost all willing to pay if it's worth our while. I'll pay easy $60 a year to keep the same game and have that game continually honed and improved. Honestly, I personally will pay a lot more than that. For instance, Robocraft was my family's home most recently. The game was in beta and it was awesome. I paid regularly to help them. I had 3 premium lifetime accounts along with my daughter, her fiance, and her fiance's brother. So between us, we had 6 premium lifetime accounts, which is $300+. Also, periodically, I'd buy in-game content. Not that I even needed it because I played so much, I had all the stuff I needed. But I would periodically just buy the in-game content to support them. It was our home, and believe me, it hurt bad when they fell over Precipice. They screwed with the game in enough ways that even though the game appeared to be the same, at least at its core, to us, it wasn't. We complained, we implored, we wrote emails, but the company didn't listen, and so we left. To this day, it still hurts, but it's how I personally found GTA. I never would have looked elsewhere, you guys, but the changes they made were enough of an inconvenience that it gave me the opportunity to go elsewhere. And for Robocraft, they lost tons of their player base, tons. And if you read the reviews on Steam for Robocraft, they're horrible. I absolutely know that they single-handedly ruined their game during that stretch, and they better scramble facts and fix their shit, otherwise they're going to be out of business. And so with that fall off of the precipice, Rockstar ended up being the ones to start getting my money. I found the game, and once I saw it, I loved it. I gave them not just the original fee for the game, but several shark card purchases commensurate with the hundreds of hours of gameplay their game provided me. I clearly don't need any money in GTA 5 at this point, but I'll still pay when they drop a good DLC and if they listen to customers and improve the gameplay, improve the experience. But I'll also bolt if they don't take care of it. One of my most recent videos was about what is absolutely needed in GTA 5. Each of the points that I brought up in that video can actually be make or break issues, and if Rockstar isn't careful, they're going to make or break themselves right over the precipice with their most valuable asset, basically the repetitively paying customer. They've ridden high as this whole pay-to-play thing has been in its infancy, but now companies are starting to refine it, and games like PUBG and Fortnite are starting to steal even Rockstar's pretty loyal player base. In fact, there have been enough issues with GTA that I, myself, a very loyal gamer, recently started to venture out again, and I no longer play GTA every day. And I'm, at this point, not going to give them another penny until they fix some of the bullshit issues that need to be fixed, and until they provide another DLC that's actually worthy of my money. If they do, they'll keep a loyal paying customer, and they'll make that customer, in this case me, happy. But if they don't, it won't take much for me to find another home. And I can guarantee that if I'm saying these things, there are plenty of other customers and players saying and doing the same things, or that have already done it. That restaurant owner didn't want us going anywhere else, getting tastes of other potential homes. She wanted us there with her and happy. Believe me, Rockstar doesn't want us tasting the flavors of other video games, you guys, because we may just like those flavors better. And the same goes for every other video game maker out there. Madden has struggled this season with their most valuable prize, Madden Ultimate Team, or MUT. They peaked in 2016, but they royally fucked up these past 2 seasons, in particular this season. And even though they've still made good money from it, their streamers are moving to other video games, maybe more entertaining video games. MUT has died out faster than is typical, and they're gonna have to regroup here for Madden 19, or the decline's gonna continue. Quake Champions, and remember you guys, I was #1 in the world at a particular first-person shooter game, and I absolutely loved Quake 3 and Quake Live. But Quake Champions lost me several months ago with a single patch. The single patch they put out that over-nerfed the lightning gun. That patch pushed me over the precipice, and I ended up actually deleting the game. They screwed up royal with me, and I wasn't the only customer they lost when they fucked up with that patch. Even though they've since fixed it, they've screwed up with other balance issues in the game, and I have yet to have any interest returned just from the frustration of all the balance changes. At this point, 6 months or so have passed, and so I have no interest in returning to the game and trying to play catch-up to be at least even just competitive with the ones who chose to stay. I'd just rather go elsewhere at this point. And that, you guys, is in essence what I call the precipice. I can guarantee that if you're watching this video, many of the things that I've described personally here have hit home with you too. And this precipice is what's going to bring the video gaming market back to a centered medium where it needs to be. Very soon, the days of companies like Rockstar and their dominance and their ability to just do whatever they want and still make droves of cash are going to be long gone. Look what happened to Star Wars Battlefront. The most loyal fan base in the world, Star Wars fans. They were so off-put by the microtransaction, pay-to-play and pay-to-win setup that the game literally shot itself in the foot, and what could have been a stronghold game, it's now going to have to try to get back up to snuff with the next iteration to bring back those what once were loyal customers. And that's a tall task nowadays, you guys. So these video game makers are going to be driven by the market economy. Make no mistake. And if they don't understand this concept of the precipice, they're going to be overwhelmed by other companies that do. Please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section and share this video with as many people as you can. I really think the gaming community needs to have an ongoing discussion and interactions with videos just like this. Also, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you soon.